Hello, everyone. My name is Jason. I'm a channeler and I'm here for Daily Dose of Hope Day 202. So I've been coming on for almost 202 days consecutively, sometimes not consecutively. And so I started this around February because my guides guided me to do so. They said if I wanted to, I could come on to give a daily dose of hope because the energies in our planet are starting to increase and they will continue to do so. As the energies increase, things start to get wacky, like things in our world start to get wacky. As you can probably see out there on the world stage, there's a lot of wackiness going on. And yes, so yeah, that's what that is. Daily Dose of Hope has 3 parts, a bit of a talk, and then a channeling and a pocket of peace. So, yeah, welcome. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you again. And I don't really have anything special. Excuse me for today. I'm really tired for some reason today. It's one of those days. Not a bad tired, but just like I'm very sleepy, I guess. It's a sleepy day. A day for lots of sleep. And yeah. So yeah, nothing really special. Don't really have anything no, nothing. Nothing to talk about really. Yeah, just there's a as you can probably see from on the world stage, things are starting to get wackier and wackier, and as they have been. And what can you do but try to stay neutral, try to stay in the middle path, and try to understand that we are seeing a multidimensional world now. We're able to see a multidimensional world, right? Where people are in different. We're all in different places, and it's all good. It's just like the spiritual process, right? When if I would meet myself now, maybe 10 years ago, if my 10 years ago self would meet myself now, I was at a very different place at that time, and I probably wouldn't really understand the place that I'm at now. And similarly, we just go through different things, and we're all traveling at our own speed, and it's all good, and it's all good. But yeah, so yeah, nothing special. Hey, Kathy. Hey. Hope you're not driving. So yeah. Oh, the only other thing is that with the membership, we have a monthly membership, and we have a September half off price. So you can get first month for half off, if you're interested. And that's down below. You can check that out. And September's almost over. I can't believe it. Time flies. So that's another part of this whole thing, is that time is just flying by, and everything's just happening so quickly, just uh, things that are in the news now. Like just one thing that's in the news now would have been newsworthy. That would have been on the news, for about 5 years, about, 10 years ago. People would be writing books about it, but now it's happening so fast, there's no time. So Kathy say, ha ha ha, home today. All right, good, gotcha. So yeah, I'm just going to go into a channeling. So we'll see what's oh, I'm sorry. What's the message for today? Here we go. Greetings, we are Sanatkumara, and we're here, and we're here, and we're here, and we'd like to bring forth a message of love, a message of peace, and a message that you are all in the places that you need to be. You have all taken up your places on this stage, on this world stage, for what is to come, and you are all in the most perfect place imaginable. You have been guided to find the place that you're in for the time that is coming, so that you can be the most powerful and effective light worker that you can. And that's why you are where you are at this moment. All of the things that are happening in your life, all of the things that are happening around you, are happening for you and also for the world itself, because you are all one, and you've all come down here with different roles to play on this grand stage. You've come down with all of these amazing roles, and you all have to practice your blocking. I will stand here. I will stand in this country. country. I will stand in this country. I will stand in this city. And I will do this. I will act as this occupation in order to bring light to this part of the world. I will do all of these different things. And it is an intricately and exquisitely choreographed dance that you are all doing. When you listen to your heart, when you start to listen to your heart, then you start to dance that dance all together with all of your brothers and sisters throughout the world. When you ignore that voice, when you stop listening to that voice and you follow the voice of the society, the voice of your educational systems, the voice of your mass communication systems, that's when you fall down that path. And it is a tumbly path, you might say. There's many different things that you can get caught on. There's a lot of thorny bushes down that path. On the surface, the path looks very clean and perfect. And you can walk down that path, the society path, thinking that everything is moving well. But you'll start to notice that your heart will get quieter and quieter, and the silence will grow and grow, and the emptiness inside of you will grow and grow and grow. It'll get darker and darker and deeper and deeper. But that's okay. You can medicate yourself, and then you can medicate yourself with drugs and with alcohol and with your TV and with your social media, and then you can forget about that hole. But the hole never forgets about you, and the hole needs this energy, needs this fear and sadness and anger, and you just feed the hole, and the hole gets bigger and bigger. But understand that the whole doesn't exist. The whole thinks it exists because you have created it, but it is only a figment of your imagination. It's just part of one of the stories that you created, that the education systems taught you to create because they like to feed off of that energy. But if you choose to listen to your heart, you won't have to worry about that. There will be not, that hole will not be there because you don't have to create it. Because when you listen to your heart, you just dance along the most perfect dance choreographed by the universe, along with all of your brothers and sisters. And you'll find that everything that happens to you is everything that you always wanted to have. Your heart's desire will come to you when you start to follow your heart. And you just have to listen. You have to listen and discern that voice that is your heart. What voice is the educational systems and the mass communication systems, and what voice is your heart? You can listen, and you'll learn to understand. The voice of the heart is quiet, but it is always there, and it feels like home. So we would suggest, if you're so inclined, to listen to your heart. We are Sanatkumara. All right. Nice. All right. So TTT Tracy, good morning. Kathy say, you can forget about the whole, but the whole never forgets about you. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's funny. It sounds like back in the 90s, there were a lot of independent movies. They were called like independent movies. And in fact, it was Miramax Films that were producing a lot of them. Harvey Weinstein, right? Is that, yeah. So, but that sounds like one of the movies that they would have produced in that time. And it would just, you can forget about the whole, but the whole never forgets about you. And it's just like an office drama or something. And there's just like this hole in the wall, I'm thinking about that movie. Now I can't remember the name of the movie. Being John Malkovich or Barton Fink or something like that. All those movies back from the kind of quirky movies. Surreal movies. By the way, I just saw a really surreal movie that I'm not sure if I can say I recommend it, but I liked it. I thought it was really interesting, and it's called Bartleby. And Kathy, you'll I think I sent you the link for that, and but it's got Crispin Glover in it. So Crispin Glover's the guy from Back to the Future. He was the father of Michael J. Fox in the film. That he goes back and visits his father when he was younger, and Crispin Glover is quite a crazy character, and so it's very quirky. It's a really quirky movie, but in the movie, I think, and I'm pretty sure it's based on a Herman Melville story. which about a scrivener, which is really interesting because I never even heard the word scrivener before until like last week. So all these different things, Bartleby and scrivener, they all came in. So scrivener is like a notary public, or is a notary public, yeah, but they call them scriveners. And but it yeah, it's great, and I'm probably giving it away, but you have to watch it to see it. But there's this Crispin Glover's character just says, "I would prefer not to." That's his line. Like he's given all these things to do, and he would just say, "I would prefer not to." And the boss says, "What? You're not going to follow my commands?" He said, "No, I would just prefer not to." And I just think it's so cool because it's like kind of like what's going on in our world now. We're just the society is saying, "Do this, do that, come on, do this, be sad, be angry, follow the whole," and we're like, I would prefer not to. So for that reason, I really like the movie too. It's so quirky. It's so like so 90s. I think it was 2001 or so that was made. So let's see. Uh, Checking out the comments here. You can TTT Tracy says so wise. Anne Marie, hello all. Hello Anne Marie. Kathy, what voices your heart? All right. Lost my rule book in that hole. You gotta find that rule book in there. And TTT Tracy, Harvey's in jail for life. Yep, yep. But this is something that's like the lesson too that I think we're all learning now. So for example, the famous, I don't even know if I can say his name, but there's the famous hip hop guy that was just arrested. It's the same thing. A lot of people might have really looked up to. I mean, in the lyrics were kind of obvious there. I mean, they weren't really pulling any punches, so everyone kind of knew what they're up to. But I think a lot of this revealing of all the stuff that was hidden, it's going to, and it's got me a few years back too, that you're going to, a lot of people that you might have idolized or thought of as heroic or loved, you're going to find out that they weren't what they seemed. And so what I've learned and from with my guidance as well is that what you got from it is real. Like it doesn't take away all that love and all that experience and all the interest that you got from it. I mean, just same as musicians, like some musicians that I grew up. There's one musician I grew up. It's like he's like the background. He's the backdrop, the soundtrack of my life. Like I just had his music on all of the time. And then I just kind of discovered something that maybe, and I'm not sure, I don't know, but it's possible. And even that possibility was quite shocking. Just like, oh my God, this person was just, I kind of idolized, I guess. Just they're like so amazing, such a great musician. And oh my God, what if, but then you realize that courage and that stuff that helped me to get through a lot of difficult parts of my life is still there. It's not like that takes away that. It's still there, but then you just have to understand that, yeah, that was the situation. And he's playing a role as well. So, yeah. So same with Harvey Weinstein. Those movies, they really, a lot of those movies were really wonderful, and I got a lot from them. And that doesn't take that away from them, even though there might have been all these different things involved in it, So, but that feeling that you got at that time. I mean, now I probably couldn't watch them because I'd be thinking all that stuff. But at that time, those things are still yours. They can't take that away from you. So I just wanted to share that because that was really big for me. Ha ha ha, that was a very good character acting, a New York City character. Yeah, that's the only character I can do. You watched it. I better watch it too. Yeah, it's a good movie. Bartleby's good. Yeah. Back to the Future. Yeah, that's also a great movie. Classic, right? I would prefer not to. And it is a great line for everything in your life, because there's so many things. I know before the Corona time, I would just go through so many, just because I wanted to be, there were a few things that I wanted to be in my life. And I really thought they're very important to me. So one of them was a composer, another was something else. And I guess, I don't know, I don't feel comfortable sharing it here. I mean, it's nothing big, but yeah, it's nothing crazy or anything. It's just, but yeah, so something like family related. I want it to be like, like, what's the word? A mensch, a good guy. I wanted to, And because of that, I would put myself into all kinds of situations where I felt really, really uncomfortable, and I didn't want to be there, and I didn't want to do certain things, and but I was trying to kind of hold things. I guess, yeah, just trying to hold things together. Yeah, you know how it's. I guess what you would say is like with children. I guess with children who have parents that stayed together, they don't understand how when things fall apart what it's like. But if you have a childhood where things always fall apart, you want to keep things together in your life. You want to always keep it all together, and you will go to extreme lengths to try to make everything work. But I stopped stopped that, because and that's, again, I would prefer not to. It's just, you have to understand where you stand, and you have to let go of things and understand things. So that, yeah. And then, so even with music as well, there were so many things I thought, I don't want to play this concert, I don't want to do this, I don't want to go here, I don't want to do this. But if I don't, it's not professional. I have to be professional. I have to, and who cares what's professional? It's just, and so now it's a lot of, I want you to do this, can you do this for me? And I want you to write this piece, or it's like, I prefer not to. And then people are like, what doesn't make any sense? Why, it's like, nah, I'm just not going to do it. Sorry. And it's good. It's fine. And that is your boundary. You're setting your boundary. You're saying, I don't feel comfortable with that. I'm sorry. I'm just going to set a boundary. And you do it lovingly, just, and, not angrily. You're not saying, I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. I would prefer not to. In that Crispin Glover voice. I would, yeah, I can't do his voice. Anyway, and TTT Tracy, idols dropping like flies. Yeah. And yeah, idols as well. Like, this is something like an idol. An idol is, you're basically worshiping someone, that isn't, someone that you should worship in that sense, where, yeah. I mean, not that you shouldn't, but you're just, an idol is a focus of worship. And and it's funny that we even call them idols. I idolize this person there. And so, anyway, I'd prefer not to. All right, so I got my my drum. We're gonna do a pocket of peace, and if you prefer not to, that's fine as well. Sorry. All right. So, yeah, but if you would, that's fine as well. This is up to you if you want to join in or not. So, Pocket of Peace is just a guided meditation where you can hear the ambulance in the background now. It's like New York here. I mean, it's not supposed to be New York. This is Japan. It's a smaller city, and I'm not outside of I'm in the city, but it's not like city. But yeah. Anyway, so that's part of the bucket piece today. We're going to send out a lot of love to all the people that are suffering. A lot of the people that, suffering from medical issues, from emotional issues, from all kinds of issues, and all of us who are suffering from all this polarity and yeah, like boundary issues and all of this stuff. Yeah, just sending this out to all of you, that we can just, we'll get through this. We got this. We got this thing. We can handle this thing. We're gonna get through this crazy time. So here we go. I'd like you to imagine that you're in a place that makes you feel really relaxed, really just comfortable. Good, nice. And then I'd like you to take a few deep breaths at your own pace, at your own speed. When you breathe in, just breathe in just unconditional love. And when you breathe out, just let go of all of the stuff you don't need anymore. Good. Good. Now I'd like you to just imagine that now there's a mist of unconditional love, and it just starts to surround you, and it just makes you feel like everything's okay. You're going to be okay. The world's going to be okay. It just makes you feel like you're at home. Wow, I feel like I'm more at home than I've ever felt before. I feel relaxed. I feel like there's nothing to worry about now. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to regret. This is unconditional love, your birthright. This is yours. It's what you are made of. It's what you are. And it's your gift as well. It's your gift to give. It's your gift to receive. You are unconditional love. And if you've never experienced that here on this planet, understand that it's always been there for you. It's there. In your heart, it's there. It's your gift from your creator. You were created by love, made of love, to love, right? That's it. So there you are. You're just love. Yeah, and then just expand this love out into your room, into your space, the windows, the walls, the floors, the ceilings, the pencils, the papers, the desks, the chairs, and then this love just expands out into your town, your county, your city, your state, and it just expands out. It's just love expands. Love just wants to spread itself out, just love more. It's a wonderful thing. It doesn't want to hide anywhere. It's got nothing to hide. It's got nothing to hide. So it just wants to go out there and say, hey, everyone, you're love, I'm love, we're love. Look at that. And this love is now all of, so you can see it covering the streets and the buses and the cars and the subways and the malls and the people at the malls and the people in the cars. And they're all just love now. Look at their eyes. They're just shining. Everyone just looks so happy, like they just woke up from a very, 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 very deep sleep. And they look refreshed, and they're saying, yeah, what is this place? This place feels good. I feel like I'm home. And look at those buildings. All the buildings are infused with this love that you're all creating. And they're starting to change. The architecture is changing into one of hope, whimsical architecture. Those block buildings are shifting into beautiful, beautiful Gothic buildings, or even more fantastic, with amazing sculptures all around. Can you hear that music? That music that's being generated all throughout the world now? It's a beautiful frequency that is healing everyone, everyone. All that sadness, all that anger is gone. All that sadness and all that anger is gone now. And this love is traveling at the speed of love, which is the fastest speed available on your universe, on your planet. And it's just going out everywhere into the mass consciousness, and everyone's feeling it. So all those dark, sad stories are turned into scripts of love. They're all scripts of love now. Everything's love now. And all those dark, dirty circles, all those dark places, all those places are shining with light. We've shined our light into those places. All those shadows are gone. They're gone. And they're replaced with people just rubbing their eyes and saying, where am I? What is this place? What am I doing here? And they're saying, but they're feeling the love now. And they're saying, you know what? I'm going to follow my heart. I'm going to follow my heart. And can you imagine the whole world now? It's just following its heart. And it's not chaos. It's the complete opposite of chaos. It is the most perfect choreography you've ever seen. Everything and everyone is moving in a perfect dance. And it's just so beautiful. Look at all those people. What a beautiful way to move through time. And imagine every day like this, with no sadness and no anger and no fear, and complete and utter fulfillment. You just are fulfilled because you're doing what you love all the time, and so is everyone else. All right. All right, guys. So that's a pocket of peace for day 202. All right. Emery, you say, ha, ha, ha. I love it. I'm working on my boundaries currently. Great, great. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Let's see. TTT says, I prefer not to participate in the hurricane today. Good. Yeah, exactly. I'd prefer not to participate in this. And Kathy say, what star sign are you? AM. I think I'm on the Taurus Gemini cusp. All right. Love Taurus. All right. Nice. Good job, guys. All right. Um, so I hope you guys are hopeful today, and I hope you guys have a great night, great day, wherever you are in the world. Sending lots of love, and yep, hope you're hopeful. Hopefully, see you guys tomorrow. All right. Ciao.